Peace. I'm making this video called The Accomplishments of the Muslims because I want to show the power of Master Farad Muhammad through his messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And in this video is just an introduction to the numerous other videos that I'm going to come out with, because it's impossible to show the vast accomplishments of the Muslims under the leadership of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. It's impossible to just come out with one video, because we got a lot of new school cats, brothers and sisters. And when I say new school, I'm talking about these Afrocentric brothers who criticize the messenger, these black Hebrews who criticize the messenger, these Christians who criticize the messengers, these Uncle Tom Negro civil rights leaders who criticize the messenger, and I'm talking about Farrakhan and the rest of these Muslims who flipped the script on the messenger with all this Scientology and all the rest of this foolishness that they talking about. They new school too. So let's look at the 1972 Sepia magazine article called "How Rich Are the Black Muslims?" And we read that it says, in the long history of black organizations in America, starting with the first Negro churches at the end of the 18th century and extending through the most successful black activists and nationalists of recent generations, millions of dollars have been collected for a wide variety of black causes and groups, but never have any of them matched the remarkable record of the black Muslims in amassing wealth. Today, the black Muslims are without question the richest black organization of all time in total assets. So this is the Sepia magazine, who is not giving you, this is not a Muslim publication. These people are just giving you the information from an economic standpoint, and they have no bias either way it goes. So you can't say that just because this is a Muslim publication, they trying to hype up the Muslims. This is not a Muslim publication. But let's go even further than that. It says, what is perhaps most amazing about the Muslim millions is that, contrary to popular belief among whites and even most blacks, or even some of these Uncle Toms, the Muslim treasury does not consist of the collected resources milked from its thousands of members in the form of exorbitant dues. Rather, the Muslims' wealth was built on wise investments in real estate and businesses that have thrived on sagacious, down-to-earth, dollars and cents principles, no different than followed by giant U.S. corporations. So the Sepia magazine is comparing the Muslims to giant U.S. corporations. So this even shows even further the magnitude of the leadership of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, who is the messenger of Allah. Now let's go even further than that. Let's look at the office and sales building, the $2 million office and sales building. But what's so beautiful about the office and sales building is that it was built from scratch, or it was built from the ground up. Now let's look at it, brothers and sisters. It says, from the Muhammad Speaks newspaper, it says the above photograph depicts the scene at 78 and College Grove Avenue in Chicago, where another monumental step forward is being taken by the Nation of Islam under the divine guidance of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. The beautiful sales and office building shown on the billboard was designed by the noted black architect Leroy Hillard. It is being built by the Bush Construction Company, one of the largest black construction companies in America. It says, as an indication of the tremendous respect and faith that the business community has in the word of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Mr. Ernest Bush, president of Bush Construction Company, moved his equipment to the site and began to excavate as soon as Mr. Muhammad indicated that his company had been awarded the contract. He asked for neither signed contract nor retainer. So this man, a businessman, on the word of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, began to break ground on this project before the most honorable Elijah Muhammad signed the contract or even put money down for the project. So that shows you the magnitude of the businesses that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, under his leadership, or the Nation of Islam under the messenger's leadership, had. But let's go even further than that, brothers and sisters. So we don't want to stop there. Let's look at Muhammad whiting H&G fish and fancy quality imported sardines. It says Muhammad's imports and the country's largest seafood imports. Let me read that again. It says Muhammad's imports the country's largest seafood import. And that's comparing, when you say the country's largest, that's comparing it with the crackers too. It says, presents for your eating enjoyment wholesome fancy quality sardines from the North African coast of Morocco. Another clean fish packed in pure olive or vegetable oil, and again sold coast to coast at a price that you can afford. So we see that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, even with his imports, was at a large scale and a large magnitude. But when you see when Black History Month come, they praise some Uncle Tom or some civil rights leader and never say anything about the messenger. And then you have these new school cats who want to come and criticize the messenger, or you have these new school Muslims who want to flip the script on the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teachings. But let's go even further than that, brothers and sisters. Let's look at the Muslim brands. You have your supermarket. Then you have your eggs, which is a Muslim brand of eggs. You have your sweet peas, which is a Muslim brand of sweet peas. You have the Whiting H&G, and you can see on the box where it says Read Muhammad Speaks newspaper. So that's Muslim brand. Then you have the Muslim sardines. Then you have the Muslim bread called Eat Bread. So the next time, brothers and sisters, you listen to these new school cats who criticize the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, or these new school Muslims who flip the script on the teachers of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and leading you to some Scientology, you ask them, or you look and see, do these new schoolers have the kind of accomplishments that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad has? So brothers and sisters, stay tuned for the videos called Accomplishment of the Muslims, because I'm going to come out with these videos showing in magnitude and breaking down by category the accomplishments of the Muslims under the leadership of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So until next time, brothers and sisters, peace.